Hey everyone, it's Tom. We are back with episode 4 on the Princes of Parma. As you can see, I picked up where I was planning against Roma. Where did I leave you? So we just played Juventus and we lost 1-0, which I think it'd be fair to say that the result would have been expected and the scoreline was probably respectable, which sounds very defeatist. And now, to be fair, when I consider what Juventus have done since then, I mean, look at this. They've lost their last 4 games in a row, including just got battered 6-2 by Atalanta. We are actually sat above them at the moment, believe it or not. I'll go onto the table in a second. As I did touch on last time, we played a cup game against Cagliari. We won. That helped us actually achieve our board's objective of getting to the first round where we were playing Atalanta. We then played Inter and got battered 3-0. All set-piece goals, a header from a corner, a header from a wide free kick, and Kolarov smashing one in from 30 yards out, free kick, edge of the box. We then played Napoli, who were top, or maybe are, joint top with Inter. Drew 1-1, which was quite respectable. Then drew with Atalanta. So considering out of these sort of 4 or 5 games, including, well, 6 if you take into Lazio, I wasn't really expecting to get much. We actually managed to get 2 points, which when we're playing 3 or 4 of the top teams in the league, it isn't too bad. We then beat Cagliari. This is where we sort of really picked up a little bit. Not conceded now for 4 games in the league. 3-0, 3-0. 1-0 against Udinese, Papetti getting his first goal. One player who's actually really sort of come into his own recently is our sort of last-minute signing of a winger to make up for the fact that Jorginho was terrible, Max Svensson. Last 5 games, he's got 4 assists. He's done pretty well for us, to be honest with you. Overall, he's on 6 assists in total for the season. He's actually our leading assist provider. Value-wise, he's not jumped up that much. 1.5 mil. But, he may earn himself a new contract at the end of the season. That might make a bit of a difference to his value, but we'll see what happens there. Couple of outgoings. Jagliolo, I'm currently looking at accepting a bid for him. He's only got about 18 months left on his contract, and I wouldn't really have much intention of renewing because he's 30. He'd be 32 by the time his contract runs out, and I don't really want to be just giving out contracts just to, average players. I'd rather spend the wages on someone who can potentially do a bit more for the club. As it is, we're actually quite lucky because we had... we might have gone to my dev centre. We had this guy out on loan. He's a left back. He's only 19. 4 or 5-star potential, possibly, for our squad. So he's someone who I brought back with a view to actually putting him into the first team. Once Jagliolo goes, as a way of acting as cover for him. So he's going to get basically shunted into the senior squad. I mean, we've got 12 subs that we can pick for this game, for any Serie A game. So he's definitely going to get some. He's going to be on the bench and he's going to have his time to play, especially if things are going comfortably. Obviously, Arezzo has literally just joined, so he's going to go straight into the first team. Probably not start, but into the first team. We have definitely settled on gegenpress in that Atalanta game. We went 4-4-2 wing play. Pella, who I've just taken out, he wanted a bit of game time, so I thought, that's fair enough. I want to try and keep him happy. He's got a perfectionist personality, which I'm hoping is going to rub off on some of my more younger players. So I played him. Wasn't going very well. We went 1-0 down. I actually made the change at 30 minutes. I took him off, Pella off after 30 minutes, went to gegenpress, and we scored 1 goal just before half-time and 1 goal just after half-time to make it 2-1, and then Atalanta did pull it back in the 80th minute to make it 2-2. And then since then, kind of not really looked back. Been playing really, really well. Seems to have settled on, a sort of quite a solid little midfield partnership with this. Grassi, he's come in. Hernani's cemented his place. Dennis Mann, since he come back from injury, he's been solid. Kurtic has been quite decent, but I kind of interchanged based on the game. I might actually take him out and I'll put Kuchka in the halfback, like the quarterback role. So yeah, we'll swap Kuchka in for Kurtic, put him as that sort of more like number 6 quarterback role, just to try and break play up. And then if things are going well, we can potentially look to freshen it up. Injuries might change or fatigue. Potentially look at putting someone into that number 10 position to try and create a few more chances. So yeah, so let's get started on this Roma game. I've had to take out Arezzo for now because I need to sell another non-EU player if I want to use him this season, so I might actually have to loan him out after all. It's annoying. I'd quite like to get rid of Juventus, but he's considered a team leader and things are going quite well at the moment, so I don't want to upset the apple cart too much by shunting him out. So yeah, let's go. So we are up and running at home to Roma. So can we get a win? Roma have been quite poor. They're about 11th or 12th at the moment. They've got Mkhitaryan, Pedro, Mayoral, Dzeko still, El Neni, Veretout, Augustinsson, Mancini, Karsdorp. Okay. Win here would be massive for us, especially, I mean, even just from like our sort of personal reputation side of things. You know, if we win this, we could be like, you know, a good few points ahead of like Juventus sitting in a European spot. So, you know, just going into January, that would be a real sort of good little boost for us for the second half of the season. And Conte's picked up a knock already. Conte. Oh, Dennis Mann nicks in, steals it. Feeds in Xerxes, and he scores. Yes. Good start. 16 minutes in. Nicely well taken goal. He's been quite decent, Xerxes. I think that's about his 5th or 6th goal, it just said, so far this season. Well won back. Dennis Mann on the press. Steals it from Pedro. Glides past. Is that Mkhitaryan? Feeds it through. Xerxes slides into the far corner. Nice. Bruised ankle. He'll be fine. So yeah, that'll put us above Lazio. Level on points with Sassuolo, but they have got a game in hand over us. 16 games in, that'll be. So just under halfway through the season. Well won by Grassi. The pressing just works so well. Oh, and Conte. Don't let that bruised angle slow you down. Oh, he's gone past him like he wasn't there. Poor cross, though. Poor cross. But we are going to get in all the time down this left flank, I think, looking at it. All the time. That Augustinsson seems to be really struggling. So we've got pace on the bench as well. Like, Jovino might not be the best, but he is rapid. His pace is very, very good. So yeah, he is someone who potentially in the second half on tired legs could really, really rinse them. Because I've been playing him on the right wing a little bit more rather than on the left. Just because Svensson's been doing well, and I've got a decent backup option who's injured at the moment, but because Jovino had been so poor, I hadn't really been bringing him on the left. I've just been trying to use his pace down the right just to get in and cross it in. That was a very close chance from Dzeko there. Come on, demand more. Need a bit more of what we had in the 16th minute, please. So yeah, everyone, if you're still watching, if you are enjoying this, what I'm doing so far with this channel, like I said in the first episode, it is my first time doing anything like this, so I appreciate, you know, there's probably people out there who, like Zealand and Jake even, who've been doing this for a lot longer, who are, you know, a lot more confident at it than I am. But if you are enjoying it, do drop a like, do comment if there's anything you want me to improve on or anything like that. And obviously, if you're really enjoying it, then feel free to subscribe so you get the notifications as the episodes come up. For those of you who don't know, I am currently writing a blog. Bit of Football Manager stuff, small amount of my own like sort of journalistic takes on football and stuff. I've only done one of them, and I've done the summaries of episodes 1 and 2. Episodes 3 and 4 will be combined into one, just because obviously there's less stuff happening really, such as just games. There's less sort of in-game politics and drama and all that. So the other thing I will touch on in this video as well is transfers, because I've already got a couple of transfers lined up. 3 signings confirmed for the end of the season. One of them is Ryan Gold from, I think, is it Firenze he plays for at the moment. Scouts picked him up, free signing, deep line playmaker, potentially someone who could hopefully add that little bit of quality, because looking at his stats, his passing, his attributes, his passing and things will be pretty solid. just coming up to the end of the first half, decent. Roma not had a shot on target yet. So we've had 9 shots, 6 on target. They've had 4, none. They are dominating us possession-wise, but we've had more corners. Okay, decent first half. Grassi's picked up a knock. Okay. Come on, let's see. Tactics. Do we need to make any changes? Grassi, potential knee injury. Let's not take any chances. Let's just get him off. Nice. Xerxes getting in behind this defence so many times. Should really be ahead more, really. You know, in hindsight, looking at the play we've had and the number of times we've caught the Roma defence flat-footed, we should have done a bit more with it. So hope it doesn't come back to bite us. Oh, that was awful. Oh, he was offside, so he left it. Still awful. Oh, what a pass to the outside of the foot. Oh, he should have scored. How many chances does he want? See, this is the thing now, you know, all these chances and then watch Roma go up top and smash one in. Nearly happened. Deflected onto the post. Wow. Right, Svensson's knackered. He's going to have to come off. Might have to... No, I'll go Nonto just because he's so quick. Oh, and as I'm doing that, we go and score a second. Valenti looks like a Brugman corner. Yeah, corner in. Nice. Set pieces. Spending time on your set pieces at the start of every season. Even if you literally just spend 10-15 minutes, so worth it. Identify who your best headers the ball is, who's got your best jumping reach, and just send your corners in at them. I always go for 3 setups on each corner, and including like deep and wide wide free kicks generally, and just get them just to, you know, hammer them out from the start of the season. Sometimes chucking a bit of set piece training in the weeks, and just get them just to work on it, because when it clicks, honestly, it's so worth it. You can get so many goals from them. Make a few more changes. Got a few more tired legs. So Dennis Mann, he's going to go off. We'll bring Jovino on now. See if he can mince the wings. Let's just get him to bomb on the attack. Saw someone else. Yeah, we'll do that. How's Conti? Bring on Jacoponi. And just because he's not as great, Jacoponi now. He's I didn't realise he's 33, so he's someone I'm going to look to move on as well. Will this be our 5th clean sheet in a row? Oh, now I've said that, they'll go and score. Probably end up drawing, actually. Oh, he was offside. So that Valenti is someone who I mentioned in the first video we've got on loan. He is actually joining at the end of the season. That was obviously done before, you know, in real life. So he looks like he could be quite a decent little option popping up with a goal there. He's been quite solid when I played him at the back. He's only 21, so he's got good potential. The only problem is he's Argentinian, so I'll just have to see if any registration rules are going to make it difficult to get him in. Let's just rein it in a little bit. Don't want to get caught on the break. There's still just over 10 minutes to go, so a goal for Roma would really get my pulse going. Oh, there we go. It's coming. Shut up shop now. Just hold out. Slow it down, drop back, hold shape, slow it down. They are playing a pressing game as well, so I do not want to get caught out if I lose the ball. That was atrocious. If they score from this now, I'm going to absolutely flip. Great recovery tackle from Pizzella. Okay, corner, but that's all right because we can just win it, send it long. Yeah, there we go. Needed someone dropping in there, but that's all right. This could be it now. Yes, this could be another. This could be actually my first win on record for this save, and a decent one as well. Yeah, 2 points, 2-1 against Roma. I'll take that. Should have been more, really. Let's be honest, shouldn't it? Number of chances we had. So typically, get a notification. Tactical change. East Parma concede. So it's saying we won, but it might have been even better had I not made the change and gone from 4-2-3-1 to a 4-3-3. But you know what? Stuff them. I don't care. So yeah, I did say I'll touch on the table. So that was actually us playing a game ahead. So a lot of other teams are playing tomorrow on the Wednesday. So that puts us up to 6th. So regardless of the next set of results, actually, we will still stay in a European spot. Because even if Juventus and Crotone and Bologna win, they won't catch us. So we'll still stay there. Lazio, who are they playing? Udinese. I mean, Udinese are down in 17th. But you never know, potential banana skin. The league is quite close. Like, I feel like I went on a run of like 6 games without a win, and then I finally won. And then I've won 4 out of 5. And that set me up from like 15th up to 6th. And, you know, another couple of good results, and I could even be into the Champions League spots. But then equally, I drop a few points, and, you know, a couple of other teams pick them up, then I'll end up back down here. It's quite an interesting looking league. So what's going on elsewhere? City walking away at the moment with the Prem by the looks of things, 6 points away from Liverpool. My team, Everton, good to see, 5th. And then Dortmund, my second team, 4th, quite a way down off Bayern Munich, even off like 3rd and 2nd. Have they still got Haaland? See, he's not left yet. Yeah, he's still there. How's he doing? That's tame for him. 9 goals in 21 appearances. What about Moukoko? Have they brought him in? Or is he still in the youth team? Let's see, where is he? Because can we actually pick him up? No, he's had an extension put on to 2022. Okay, well, we'll keep our eyes on him. Add him to shortlist indefinitely, because you never know. I've never actually played with him yet on this game, which might seem strange, but the clubs I tend to manage never really have a decent enough reputation for it to sign him, match his wages or anything like that. So who knows, we might be able to pick him up for free next season. Pella's going to get annoyed with me because he wants to play more games, but I'm not really inclined to do so. And then, yeah, so I did touch on transfers. So coming in, so this is the right back. You can also play left back. I signed on a free just for a bit of cover for Conte, because Conte is joining permanently anyway. So I just saw him, scouts picked him up, could get him for free. I thought he would just be a decent little bit of cover, even if it's just for a couple of seasons. Gold, 25 years old, coming from, is it Firenze? Yeah, Firenze. Decent stats, crossing 16, passing 15, technique 16, vision 16. So, I mean, he might be someone who will either play in that number 10, or I could, yeah, play him as Mazzala with that crossing, drifting out a bit wider and whipping crosses in from wide positions could be a dream. Then we'll leave it there because it's been quite a long video. I don't want to, you know, bore you with too many minutes. Just before I do this press conference, I'm just going to say goodbye. Thanks for stopping by, in the words of Veronica Corningstone, and you stay classy.